ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane. How you doing, Sally?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, it's been a good week. A bit busy. We've been doing a lot of getting prepared for the event that's coming up next Friday. We're all really excited about it. It's a psychic expo put on by the Psychic Soul Sisters, which would be Sally Diane, Lynn Stevenson, and Pamela Mahoney. And you've seen both Lynn and Pam right here on the show. We're a good group. We get along really well, and we are throwing our second expo of the year. The first one was sold out. So we're really looking forward to this next one. We're going to have minute readings, and this is part of your admission, is your minute readings. There's going to be demonstrations, ghost stories, animal communication, and runes on the demonstrations. Pam, myself, and Lynn will all be giving minute readings. Carla Coles will be the curator of the psychic hands-on tools and the Museum of Curiosity. And with the psychic tools, she'll be there to help you use the different tools so you can try them for yourself, hands-on.
And if people want to get tickets, where can they?
Okay, they can go to the Queen's Inn and get them at the front desk. They can call 519-271-1400 to order them over the phone, or go to the Eventbrite website, search the Psychic Soul Sisters, and you can purchase them there online and get an email ticket.
All righty then.
So I hope to see everybody there.
Do you have any email questions?
Yes, I do. I have one from a lovely young lady. Whoops, I did just have her up. There we go. And her name is Kangan. And Kangan says, I have applied for my permanent residency in Canada on July 14th, and I didn't receive any response yet, and I'm so worried about it. Boy, I can understand that. That's over 2 months. Can you tell me when I will get my permanent residency? And her PS is, can you please tell me all my friends applied after me, and they get their responses in 14 to 15 days. Oh, my goodness. So let's see what the issue with your application is. Okay, so we're just going to throw 3 cards and just see what's going on with your application.
Do you have a second one?
No. Okay, I love the music too, Suzanne. He really got a peppy little tune this week. Okay, Kagan and her permanent residency. We're all rooting for you to become a permanent resident. Canada is a wonderful place to live. And the cards seem to really want to talk to you. They were just jumping out. Something about a money issue. And there is the delay. Okay, what I would suggest you do is you contact them or get yourself an ombudsman or somebody to speak for you. Because what I see here, first off, there was something funny about your payment. They lost your payment information. And it's just that with whatever the problem is the kind of thing where they're not going to seek you out. But there is some confusion around your application. So you really need to follow this up, because it is in a jam. You're right, and there's a reason to be worried about this, dear. So you do need to have somebody to, get yourself a lawyer, or, when I say ombudsman, that is somebody who's going to speak up for you. But get yourself somebody to represent you and find out what's happening with your application and get it squared away, because it's just a bit of confusion. Okay.
Okay, and that was a reading for?
Kagan.
Kagan, all right.
Kagan Aurora.
Well,
Love that name.
hello, Lonette and Suzanne, Joanne, Marianne, High Priestess.
The gang's all here.
Hello, Emma. You're new here. Yes, I see that. So, Emma, because you are new here, how this works is you type in your question in the chat, and we will answer them, and we answer them in sequence. And if you happen to miss the answer for whatever reason, the video, you can watch it after the fact and just fast forward to your part, I guess. Or, just keep watching while you're here.
Okay, and Kagan, if you're still watching, make sure you subscribe so you can make comments because we do watch the chat during the show.
All right, Joanne wants the reading for October.
Oh, okay.
What does Joanne need to know right now?
Oh, what does Joanne need to know for the month ending in Halloween? Oh, I need to get that down a little bit more, don't I? Okay. Ooh. Okay, so let's start with the beginning of October. You've got this Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is not necessarily a good card. And I really feel like in the first week or two, you're going to get maybe a chest cold or maybe a little bronchitis happening there. And so take good care of yourself and take your vitamins. I'm no doctor and I don't prescribe, but I know that I've always heard that zinc helps. Although I tried zinc and it's rough on your stomach. Okay, so anyhow, I know. Well, I feel bad for her starting out the months just under the weather. But the month ends, like most of October is spent dealing with government paperwork and the like. Just because I see you between the Pope and the Popess, which is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. So you have both the feminine and masculine energies of what you're supposed to do. So I think you're going to be dealing with things like government, parents, the older generation. The latter part of October, you've got a lot of things going on. And this is just, they're both saying it's kind of outside of your control. So in the end of October, just do what you're supposed to do and follow all the rules. And I'm really sorry about seeing you starting out the month under the weather.
Well, that's quite a few people are sick right now.
I know. Well, I guess it's that time of year.
Okay, next we have High Priestess Tarot. How does Carlos view me?
With his eyes.
In his fantasies.
Okay, so how does Carlos view me? Okay, so let's see. What's the deal with Carlos? What's the deal with Carlos? Okay, so for some reason it starts out with the Six of Wands. And Six of Wands reversed is kind of like victory turned upside down. So I think that he might be afraid to talk to you or might be afraid to approach you. And he may feel that it's kind of this thing where he's looking at you, and I do think that he does want to be with you, but it's kind of like he's telling himself that it won't work in the long run. Okay, and you have the Magician in the middle, and I'll tell you, this right here, start burning pink candles and wearing rose quartz, just to kind of push the attraction level more in your favor, because it feels like he's really on the fence. But the cards are sending out the Magician, so they say you can do something about that.
Well, depending on where you live, it's starting to be sweater weather.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, and Mary Ann wants to read for October?
Well, who's this gonna have? It's the 24th. We're gonna get that today.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Mary Ann, reading for October, please.
How much money are you guys spending on Halloween candy this year?
Yeah, is anybody doing trick or treat? I don't know, every time I get Halloween candy, we end up eating more than we end up giving out.
That's because nobody shows up.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Well, what do you want? We live on a street with 70 and 80-year-olds.
Yes. Okay, so Miriam wants to know how October goes. And October's kind of a funny month for you. It starts out like the first few weeks, it starts out basically where you're supposed to do the right thing. You know, where you're following the rules, where you have to, play by the rules and play and march to somebody else's tune sort of thing. There's a real government/corporate feel to this. So in the first couple weeks of October, you're basically not going to get to be your fiery creative self. But that's okay because it does come through in the middle of October. In the middle of October, everything breaks free for you and you actually see some sort of an opportunity because I see you grasping onto an opportunity. And I also see you giving some, what should I say? I also see you setting up an amiable breakup kind of thing. I just see you putting a separation between you and somebody. And it seems to be amicable and it seems to be a good thing for you. So you're getting somebody out of your life at the end of October who isn't doing you any good, and you probably aren't doing her any good either. Okay, so overall you've got a pretty good October, and once you hit mid-October is a good time for you to start looking for your opportunities to grab.
All right, next on the October reading list is Lynette.
Lynette, sweet Lynette. Okay. Whoops. Now we're just going to put that aside. It's a bonus card.
Those cost extra.
Yeah, twice as much. Okay.
What's the square root of free?
That's right. Okay, October's going to be a weird month for you. It's going to be hard for you to get anything done. And it also feels like you've got a lot of people playing interference. And I don't know whether we're looking at family politics or office politics or a combination of them both. But I see this as being a bit of a frustrating month. But it's kind of one of those things where you need to reach your limit on things to put your foot down and move forward. Because by the time you get to the last week of October, you are putting one foot in front of the other and you're not letting people slow you down. So I don't think that October might not be your favorite month, but it could be a good month for redirection. And let's see what this little set aside card is. Oh, good. The funny thing about love and money is usually they're diametrically opposed. If you've got money in your life, you struggle for love is a struggle. And if you've got love in your life, then money is a struggle. And I see as you go into November, money's a struggle. And I'm just saying that, I'm smiling when I say that because it feels like once you get into November, you have romance coming into your life. Whether that's a new beau or whether that's just a honeymoon period in your own relationship. Whatever, it sounds like fun. Okay.
And next we have Suzanne.
Hi,
You tell me how
Suzanne.
this week will go for my family. I've not spoken to them for a while.
Understandable.
Uh-huh. Still got that Labor Day weekend tip going on, eh? Can you believe that was 3 weekends ago already?
I know.
Oh, you know what? That means it's almost Hallmark time.
Woo. Have you ever heard the phrase, not my circus, not my monkeys? Because whatever drama you have going on, your family has going on, it's something that you can rise above. Okay, so I would suggest, I'm telling you that they're not going to have a good week. You know, that's your family, not you. And I just get this feeling that there's nothing you can do to fix it, so you probably should just ignore the issues that are coming up. Because right now it feels like you've got people causing drama, people being victimized by drama, but nobody being willing to stand up to the troublemaker. So that's just not your issue. And they do point out to me that you've got a man who loves you at home, who is probably feeling a little bit ignored, but his heart is really in the right place when it comes to you. And you also have your little kitten, which we all know who he is. And this is a good month for you to find opportunities of your own. Boy, her face even looks a little like yours. So, yeah, what it's saying is, yeah, your family's got that ongoing drama. Don't get involved with it. Because if you look at your own little family, your husband and your son and you guys are doing great. And this is a good month for you to kind of pull together and decorate the house for Halloween, go out shopping for Halloween candy, and drag up the Christmas decorations. And let your family do whatever it is they want to do. Okay? So you'll be fine if you just avoid them.
And our next question is from Emma Taylor. When will I be in a position to retire?
Oh, well, I sure hear you there. I've got a retirement coming up. I'm not retiring from the show. Okay, Emma. Emma in retirement. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I wish it was sooner than that. Okay, so you've still got a few loose ends that you have to tie up, and I think you've got projects that you have to complete, because it says that there's things to be completed here. So you're not quite ready yet, but you were asking for time, and I think you're looking at next August or September. Okay, so I hope that's good news. Yeah, that's when you're going to feel safe retiring. But they are reminding you haven't quite finished yet.
Ooh, another 12 months to go. That's gotta suck.
No, that's...
You said August to September. We're in September now.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry. He's right.
Kara James.
Hi, Kara.
Kara, not Kira.
Oh, Kara.
Yeah. What did the card say with regards to my next place? I am relocating soon.
Okay. Let's see. There's some obstacles there. Saying it's tough to get moving forward. So, okay, so it starts out a little rough. It starts out like 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And I see that in the chariot reverse. Like every step, you're moving forward, but every step seems to be difficult. But it says once you're there, once you are in your new place, everything becomes organized quite quickly. And it works well for you. It really works well for you. I kind of have to believe that you must be moving to a different town or something, just because I also see favorable things around work and career opportunities coming your way. And you were asking about the place you moved to, so those are waiting for you there as well. Nice.
And next we have Alicia Trillo, who's also looking for a reading for October.
Hi, Alicia. All right. And they're ready for October. Wow. So, uh, October's going to be good. They're showing me like romance right here. And I don't know whether we call this romance or just plain lust. But you've got a male in your life and it gets steamy. It gets real steamy. Also, look to be approached by maybe some of your more religious friends, because I see you getting invited to join a church of some sort.
Cult.
Shh.
Cult.
But aside from the religious thing, I think you're going to be doing a lot of the "thou shalt not commit adultery" thing. That's what I think there. Sorry, Alicia, but it looks like October is going to be a really good month for you.
So, Kangan has a follow-up or clarifier. He's just wanting to know whether they're ever going to get that permanent residency. Kangan, that question's been answered. You need to get representation.
Yeah, you really do, because
and
it's been confused. It's been screwed around, and something about the payment's wrong.
So if you do nothing, you won't get residency.
That's
so
right.
you need to do
You
something.
need to get
so you
action.
need an advocate. Moving on to Wow Cheap. I made website and sailing beauty stuff, but my website is not working. You're going to want to contact your system administrator. That's not really something technical that we can help you with here.
Yeah, it's, making a website is not easy, and it's so irritating, and I so understand that, but you just got to keep at it. I don't care if the website builder tells you that it's going to take 10 minutes or 15 minutes. They're full of crap. It takes weeks to get your website up and going. It took me a really long time to get it up and going. And I had to try a number of different website builders. And usually if you've paid for a domain, you are going to have, the site provider, the domain provider, or whoever, manages your website. I'm trying to come up with
your host?
The host, yes. The host will have a number of different options as far as building a website. And if the website developer that you're using isn't working, find something else and just keep trying until you find the one that works. I'm sorry that it's so frustrating, but it is. And I've got a ton of people out there that have built their own website. They're going,
Okay, yep, we got time for one more before we go to the pick a card. Benafsha.
Well, hello, dear.
What changes this autumn season is bringing into my life?
Okay, so these fell out. So there you go. Okay, so the first thing you have, unfortunately, is the devil. But the thing with the devil, it's about the people who try and manipulate you, the people who try and manipulate you, the people who try and trap you, the people who try and use and abuse you. And it feels, you must be a nice person because it feels like you're dealing with this right now. And the card sending that out says, hey man, the first thing you've got to do before you do anything else is get the negative Nellies, get the psychic vampires. If you hang around with negative people, they are going to tire you out. And you've got somebody that's in, if this is in your family, if we're talking mother or sister, figure out a way to put some distance between them, because you need to get some space between you and whoever your manipulator is, who your biggest emotional manipulator is, because that person is not going to be helpful in your life. What I do see coming up for you, that a change coming in the autumn, that it means even more you need to get rid of whoever's, or put some distance, or shut up whoever's trying to manipulate you or get you to do things your way, because you've got a relationship coming into your life. And it's a steamy one too. It's you got the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So you've got somebody who's young enough to be fun, but old enough to be established. So this isn't a person who's going to take you to McDonald's, and this isn't a person who lives on ramen. But this also isn't a teenager. Okay, so you've got somebody who has the best of both worlds. And this is a relationship that you can secure, and I see it being secured within 6 weeks. But the biggest thing is you got to get rid of whoever it is that's undercutting your confidence, because you need your confidence and you need your freedom right now. Okay.
Well, there you go, Benopsha. Thanks for coming back again. All right. Andrea H., what does Lita feel about me?
Okay. Andrea and Lita, what's there? What can you tell me? Let's see what we got there. Okay. Andrea and Lita, right like that. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, you have the Empress. So Lita sees you as a kind, giving, loving person. Very Mother Earthish. Kind, giving, nurturing. She sees you as being a very kind soul. So that's what Lita feels about you. You are a good soul. You are a caring, compassionate person. But you've also got some problems with jealousy, which isn't your problem. But I think that she actually may be a little jealous. I think that Lita, and I'm sorry if I'm getting the gender wrong here, I think that Lita has some jealousy around you. So you must be a bit of an overachiever, because there's that jealousy there. But we get right back to the most powerful card, is this one of kindness and compassion. And kindness and compassion can overrule jealousy. And you have this card here, which is reversed, and Death talks about changes coming up. And when it's reversed, the changes aren't cast in stone. They could happen, they couldn't happen. But this is saying, don't be afraid to drag your feet, and don't be afraid. Okay, I'm mixing metaphors here. Don't drag your feet. Don't be afraid of new love that's coming your way. All right? And if somebody's jealous of you, you really need to avoid them, because that is a form of negativity.
Hey, you know what time it is?
Let's pick a card time.
Yeah, we'll be right back, folks. And it's time for this week's Pick a Card. Sally's going to shuffle her cards, pick 3 of them, and you're going to choose one of those ahead of time. The reading for that card will be your reading for the week starting September 25th.
Hi, friends. And which card will you choose this week? Will your tarot card be number 1? Will it be number 2? Or will it be number 3? Which one do you pick this week? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? If you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for the week is a star reversed. And the star reversed, it feels like this week it might seem like there's a damper being put on your wishes and your dreams. Don't let that happen. Know that your wishes and dreams are something that you should pursue, even if you do reach a little bit of a dip in the road, or somebody who's throwing doubts your way. Hang on to your dreams, hang on to your desires, keep on going towards your goal. Okay. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for this week is the 8 of Coins reversed. And the 8 of Coins reversed is, it is, bright side up. The 8 of Coins is about the master craftsman. It is about achieving and doing your very best work. When it is reversed, it says that there might be some problems in being able to do your job so well. And so this would be a good week to not be distracted and to double check your work and make sure it's good and put a little bit more effort into putting out a good product, because it just seems like you might be a little distracted this week and doing less than your best. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for this week is the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is a coming together of friends and community. So I see that this week you are going to either be invited to or plan a get-together for friends, for family. This idea of community coming together is very much the major influence this week. Well, congratulations. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.
For what?
For another episode of Pick a Card.
Hey, and we're back to the regular scheduled programming of answering your questions for free.
Oops.
All right, let's see. Who is next? Kelly Saunders wants to know about her relationship with her sister Beverly.
Okay. Now, sister relationships can be complicated, can't they? I know I have quite a few of them.
Did you shrink since you sat down?
Yes. I've definitely shrunk. I'm shrinking by the minute. I'm like the incredible shrinking woman. Okay, so
That
Kelly.
was a terrible movie.
It was. Feel sorry for Lily Tomlin for that one. Okay, so.
Yeah, she went really badly after that.
Okay, so. Kelly, let's see. Kelly and her sister Beverly. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room first. The thing with the two of you is that there's a lot of emotion and competition. So sometimes things go south really fast with you guys. And sometimes one or the other of you can jump to conclusions about the other. So, which is what happens in an emotionally charged relationship. That's the underside of it. And that's just going to be an undertow always. There's always going to be that sibling rivalry. It's natural, it's normal. But the other two, we have very good cards. There is this idea of being the Queen of Wands, being confident. Your sister loves you, and as much, you might fight from time to time, you might irritate each other from time to time, but when it comes right down to it, just like any good sister, she's there for you. And she will stand by you. And I see that there's a lot of really good memories as children. It's like you guys still talk about your first little pet, which is so cute. And at the end, it's the world. And so your relationship with your sister is 99% good. And the world just reminds you that she's the friend that you will always have by your side. And both of you feel that way deep down inside, even though there's that happening. Okay, so yeah, you're loving sisters, whether you know it or not.
Okay, Wow Cheap has a follow-up question of drop shipping. Her first question was regarding the website. Do you think drop shipping is good for me?
You know, I wouldn't know. And the only reason, I mean, I'll look at it, but it doesn't just depend on the website. It depends on which one works for you and the way you do things. Like I ended up using this goaty little thing that's attached to our host. That's called Site Mojo. And basically, I just cut and paste everything, and it looks great and it works great.
Well, on to
Okay.
the drop shipping question.
The drop shipping. Oh yeah, I think I know what drop shipping is. Okay.
Yeah, of course you know what that is.
Okay, you got the Tower at first, so that's not good. Hanged Man reverse, that's not good. And then the Queen of Wands. Okay, with drop shipping, I would look at it really careful before I put any money or time. Yeah, I mean, labor as far as your website or make massive changes in your website. And I just say that because it starts out with a falling tower. And I think you really need to look at their fine print because I think they ask for a lot more than you realize because it's telling me that it ends up being a waste of money. So, or I'm putting that wrong. It ends up being a money suck. So whatever they charge you up front, they're going to charge. There's a lot of little extra charges and a lot of little add-ons. So the cards say no. The cards also tell you that you have all the knowledge and all the ability to do this on your own. And they're saying be confident. And it's just saying that this company is your baby and your baby will be all right. But don't use drop shipping. Find someone better, or at least read and understand all the fine print with them.
All right, brother Chris, how much longer till I leave with the nurses? Ooh, that sounds sexy.
Does. Who else wants to leave with the nurses? Okay. And then we'll get we missed Aurora, but that's okay. I can go back around to her. Okay,
Well,
Chris.
that's Kangan. With
Yeah.
yet another question.
Yes. Yes, that's why I'm going to go back around to her. Okay.
Well, fine.
Okay. How much till I leave with the nurses? I'm not sure what that means, but let's see what the cards have to say. Chris and the nurses. I don't think nurses were quite your sort, dude. 8. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I think I might be looking at weeks, but maybe I'm looking at days because they say that they keep telling you that it's going to be in a 4, and actually it's going to be in an 8. So that puts it either 8 weeks or 8 days from now. And I have a feeling that's weeks, but somehow I think that your question is talking about something that happens in terms of days. And then you have the Page of Cups over here, and that's just a reminder to you that some of the jobs that the nurses did for you, you're going to have to do for yourself.
Okay.
And then we go back around.
Back to Kangan.
Okay.
How will October be for me? Oh no, October will be good for me. Oh, awesome. That's good for you. What? I'm confused.
Yeah. I think that was a question.
Well, no, there ain't no question mark.
Okay, so actually October could be a pretty good month. I see you starting out October determined to take charge of your own life. So I think you are going to take my advice and find yourself a lawyer. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so October I think is going to be a pretty good month, and you are going to find a lawyer to help you out.
Next, we have Ashley M. What do my guides want me to know? Well, they're getting kind of tired of beating you about the head.
Okay.
The general consensus is shut the fuck up and listen.
Okay, so
Let's see if the cards confirm that.
what do my guides want me to know? Okay, what do Ashley's guides want her to know? I hate to say it, but 99 times out of 100, he's right. His father was the great Peter, after all.
I mean, it sounds like he's a Tsar.
Yeah. Ask him. That's what he thinks. Well, anyhow. Okay. So, what was the question? What do my guides want me to know? Yeah. And they are saying that let go of the past, quit, let go of the past, let go of the childhood. Because they're kind of nattering at you and saying, you're undermining your own happiness by trying to live in the past. So quit doing that. No more living in the past. But you have the Page of Wands right here. And they're also saying that you're a very capable person and there are opportunities in front of you. But don't stand around and wait for them to just find you. You go out and you find them because there are opportunities for you to grab onto. And they are reminding you that you might be a little bit of the newcomer in whatever job position you're at. It just feels like you're still a little bit of the new kid on the block, but you can find postings, you can find ways to go forward, but you've got to be the one to step up boldly and ask for it.
Yeah, actually, I would suggest listening to Sally and not me.
Can I have that in writing, please? Okay. Whoops.
Well, isn't that the fine print on the marriage certificate? Listen to your wife, not me.
Right. Happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah. Hunting Live podcast. Yeah, only married guys know about that one. How will the drive for in-laws be on Thursday? They're coming down from Northern Ontario.
Oh, how nice. I hope they're bringing pudding stones. Okay.
Do they wobble?
No, but they're really pretty. They actually look like fruit Christmas pudding. So they got little hunks of jasper in that.
The drive down is going to be fine. The drive up would be better if it was delayed by a day.
The thing that they're showing me is windshield wipers. Yeah, the drive down's fine.
Look at all the pretty fall colors.
Look at all the pretty fall colors. Yeah. Once they get down, double check their windshield wipers. It just feels like something with the windshield wipers because I got this idea of rain, and when you go through the rain, it just doesn't help. So they need new windshield wipers, and that's about it. It's going to be a good trip, and I think that your mother-in-law has just been more than ready for a trip. She just seems really happy and content to be traveling. And to see her son, of course. See her baby. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we have another question from
fun.
Kelly. We have another question from Kelly Saunders. Will my father's estate conclude before the end of the year?
Oh, gee, they're on court time there.
Yes, it will, and absolutely nobody's going to be happy.
And and this is what that answer looks like. Nobody's going to be happy. And it does say, you said before the end of the year, this says 8 weeks. And I don't know, there might be one person who's happy, but for the most part.
Yeah, but that's the black sheep.
Well, the one who walks away and says it's not about the inheritance, but celebrating the life of those who have passed. that one's going to be okay. But yeah, it is going to be a little bit,
There's a lot of really high hopes.
a lot of, yeah, that are going to be,
Way too many pedestals.
yeah, running into a wall right there and hating what they hear. Look, you even got like the document there being read. And
All right, and next we are going with Margaret. How will my apartment transfer go? Keep a close eye on the people that are helping you move so things don't go missing.
okay, and let's see. Ooh, well, starts out with a lover, so it's going to be okay. You've got some really good cards here, and it's saying that you are going to really like where you're going to. And does that include a promotion of some sort? Because it seems I should see you bringing a little bit of extra money. Okay, and yeah, it seems to go well. The movers are actually, the movers you got are pretty good. Because it just seems like you've got a good agreement there with whoever's doing the moving for you. There's more money where you're at, and I really think that yeah. Well, you said you haven't started looking. It's going to go well. It's going to somehow benefit you financially. I think it's that once you move apartments, you'll find a different job. So, once you start changing one thing in your life, the change rides through everything. And you're asking about moving, and they're showing me career. But they're also showing me love and balance and a smooth transition. So you're golden, girl. Well, you're not working yet, but you got that Ace of Pentacles. Some sort of a money-making opportunity is coming to you because the blind baby is handing you a big coin.
Well, Margaret, I work for community living, and we got those organizations all throughout Ontario and similar organizations globally, I'm sure. They're all looking for help.
And they're wonderful places to work for. And you're
You know
doing
what
good.
I was thinking the other day? All those empty nester moms would be perfect candidates for community living.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if you miss taking care of your kids, we've got some for you.
Some kids that never grow up.
It's a very, very rewarding job. It really is.
Yes. Okay, so I don't see any other questions here. So hang on, folks, before you leave. I want to remind you one time, everybody who lives in the Stratford area, whether it's Stratford, London, Kitchener, Guelph, come and see us at Psychic Soul Sisters, right there. There. Come and see us, Queen's Inn. It's going to be Friday night from 7 until 10, and it's going to be so much fun. The three of us, Pam, Lynn, and myself, will be there, and we'll be doing the psychic readings. We'll be doing the demonstrations. Lynn is going to be telling ghost stories, and she's got some fabulous ones. She used to be on my radio show, and I'd always ask her, tell me a ghost story, And so I'm looking forward to that. I won't be able to hear it, but I hope somebody will tape it. Also, Pam will be doing animal communications.
What am I doing? You were pointing at me for something.
Oh, taping Lynn's ghost stories, because she's going to tell ghost stories.
Oh! At the event.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the thing about that is Linda's microphone had burst, so
We'll see what we can do about that. Lynn, if you're watching, use your microphone, girl.
glue one to your forehead.
They're starting to do that. They got those ones that go like that.
Not starting. That's been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
That's how live theater works.
Yeah, I'm kind of behind the times. Okay, so I still have one of those jitterbug phones. Anyhow, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So I will be doing a runes demonstration, and that will be where I take my runes bags and I tell you a little bit about it. Then I step into the crowd, and everybody gets to draw a rune. Okay, and of course there is the minute readings, so everyone has.
They take more than a minute. All right.
They
They're
do
just
take
called
more than a
minute
minute. Yeah,
readings.
they're just called
Yeah.
minute readings.
You really can't shut these ladies up. Really, it's what it comes down to.
Yeah, pretty much. So we call them a minute reading. You get 3 to 4 minutes. It's good. And the hands-on psychic tools, which is being curated by Carla Coles, who is just such a wonderful individual, and she's there to help y'all with just trying these tools out, holding them in your hands, trying out the dowsing rod, trying out the singing bowl, trying out using playing cards and the tarot cards and the runes. So there's all these things, a pendulum, even a crystal ball, all these things for you to take on a test run. And hopefully you'll find one that works for you. Okay?
All right. What else we got going on besides this?
Besides this, and it's happening Friday, so this will be the last time. And
yeah, there's a QR code at the bottom of your right screen there.
Yes.
If you want more information, just pull out your phone and scan it. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sure there's a YouTube video that will teach you.
Yes, and everybody make sure that you visit my website, SallyDiane.com. If you want your question read at the beginning of next week's show, right at the beginning of the show, email me your question to info@SallyDiane.com. Anybody who wants to see me in person, yes. And you can also send a request there if you want to set up an online reading, so I can read you from anywhere in the world online, and we will set that up one-on-one. Or you can see me in person at the spa near the tracks, 519-272-1293. And you can see me next week for another episode of Psychic Sunday Live.
I was just seeing, like, my hand is huge.
Yes, your hand is huge. Oh,
what?
nothing.
My what is too?
Just fill in the blank, darling.
Oh, yeah, I did, SS.
Oh, thank you, Banafsha. It's so nice to see all of you week after week, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Oh, we're stopping early? We can't do
Are we? No, we can't
do that.
Sorry, I have no sense of time. Okay, so...
Yeah, we know that. I keep telling people about that. You're the one that doesn't believe me.
I believe you. He's been my front person for ages, so he knows about telling me to move it along. Even at the spa, they'll knock on my door and come back 2 minutes later and knock again. Time.
Unless that plane or train is leaving without you, you're late.
Yeah, well, it's an ego thing. I think the whole world should wait for me. Okay, does anybody else
pretty
have
much
any
has no
questions?
choice.
That's right. That's right.
Any questions?
Okay.
You know, I kind of want to know about Doug Fort and the Greenbelt thing and what's going on behind the scenes there, because it seems like there's another shoe waiting to drop. And I think everybody's kind of like, yeah, good, but what's coming on the other end of this? It's like, yeah, okay, great, you found your sword, but you've done that before,
He does it a lot.
only to do worse things. So, like, who's getting screwed next?
I think he's just out of his depth, actually. So anyhow, let's see what the cards have to say about Ontario Premier Doug Ford. Okay. Doug Ford. So, you see, I know that he comes off as a buffoon on TV, but it shows me that behind the scenes, he's actually doing a pretty good job. It's just not translating well to on camera. Okay, so one thing he's doing, because you were asking what he's doing behind the scenes, and one thing he's doing, because these are all good cards, and so behind the scenes, he's actually looking for some kind of a coalition. Yeah, that's the way I'd put it. He's looking for some sort of a coalition, because it's like he's looking to partner up with somebody to help him with this problem, whether it's municipalities or whether it's the federal government. It looks like he's kind of saying, look, I can't solve this alone, so I need this, this, and this help. Okay, but he does get a handle on it, and it looks like there's a woman who helps him. And well, she's in all these. There's a woman who helps him and advises him. I don't think it's his wife. I wonder if it's see, they keep telling me it's Krista Freeland. I wouldn't understand that. But there is some woman in politics that's just a little more powerful than him, who is trying to help him out. So
that could be a Krista Freeland. She seems to be always trying to mend things, right?
yeah, because that's what it gets. Like,
that's one tough woman.
yeah, because it's it's not that he's not doing a good job. It's just he just doesn't know how to show it in public. So he still ends up looking like
Lost in translation.
Yeah, he still ends up looking like a buffoon in front of the cameras. So he's got help. He'll clear things up.
Well,
okay, folks.
I guess we're done now.
Yeah, remember to visit my website, subscribe, tell all your friends, and hit that like button. That really helps us. Okay, thank you so much. And I hope to see a lot of you on Friday. Bye-bye.